The Conjuring 2 is directed by James Wan and starred Patrick Wilson, and the story about this group of investigators, actually not group, two investigators who are out searching for ghosts. And when they heard about a ghost in a house with a little girl who's kind of being possessed by it, they had to go out and investigate and try to destroy and get rid of that ghost and creature. So, what are my initial thoughts on the movie? Well, as always, like I like to do in my reviews, I like to talk about the negative first, so that I can feel free to speak out my positives later. And if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing this coat, I decided to dress up for this review. So, yeah. Deal with it, bros. I'm so stupid. But let's just start with the negatives first that I have with this movie. It does fall back in a few horror movie cliches that we expect at this point. I mean, there are people with sound devices, there are people with the noisy cameras, there are people with the blinkering flashlights, and we all have seen that before, right? We all have seen that before. But the crafting that this movie did for it, just aside from those nitpicks I have, this is one of the greatest films I have seen this year. This is one of the greatest horror films and one of the greatest horror film sequels I have ever seen. I have not seen the first Conjuring. I still have to check that out. But maybe I don't have to see the first Conjuring to get what's happening here. Because maybe the first Conjuring and maybe like this, but this movie probably did what the first Conjuring did, but better. So I'm just gotta see the first movie to judge by myself. But as of this date, I love The Conjuring 2. I mean, even with the smaller character moments, where they build these characters with great writing, it is applause to James Wan. And I heard that he's one of the best horror directors of all time. And does that still continue on with this film? Because while I have not seen the first Conjuring, I have seen the Insidious movies. I haven't reviewed them yet. Maybe I will do a review series on the Insidious movies. Maybe next year on Halloween, just for a little Halloween fun. But I decided to do The Conjuring 2. So yeah. I think his continuation on horror is still strong. He knows how to do horror. The movie is so scary. It is so dark. The atmosphere and the cinematography is perfect for this type of movie. And since they're jump scares, are they false or are they true and they actually scare you? They are true and they actually scare you. I mean, you don't see the screen go silent and you expect some sort of boom. You don't expect any of that. I mean, the jump scares are effective. They actually scare you and they come out at the exact right time they needed to. But I was also more intrigued with the characters and their own moments. Because even though there's a horror movie and that the scary stuff is fun, the character building moments where nothing is happening, nothing big, and actually really touching. I even like some of the character arcs in this movie, some of the, plot holes. Because while sometimes plot holes annoy me in movies, they only annoy me when they are useless. If plot holes are useless, then they should not be in your movie. But if they're useful, like in The Conjuring 2, which builds our characters, make us care about more, gives them an arc, It is awesome to see that. Even the performances are so real. I really like Patrick Wilson in the movie. I really like the actress who played the wife investigator. Yeah, I'll just call her wife investigator. I'm sorry, I don't know the actress's name, but they both did a great job. Their relationship feels so real. It is so touching. It almost made me cry in a few scenes where they are together and they had to go through something very horrible and very scary. Even the little girl, well, I'm not much of a big fan from kids for movies. She's actually one of those rare kids that are actually Oscar worthy to me. Her performance is almost as real as the Wilsons. And you actually feel for her in the beginning, and you feel sad when she gets possessed. And at that moment, when she gets possessed, the rest of the film, she is scary as shit. And that is the biggest positive I'll ever give this movie. It is damn scary. It does follow a few little horror movie cliche that we go through and see almost in every horror movie ever. But The Conjuring 2 is awesome. It is scary. I'm going to give The Conjuring 2 an A. Yeah, go check out The Conjuring 2. It is worth the money. And this month is the best time to review one last horror movie. And I'm still continuing on my Halloween review series. I'm going to try to do as much as I can. But I'm going to have to watch Ben-Hur. We're going to review Ben-Hur. Fuck it. The movie's terrible. I know I'll just review it in November. I know it's coming out in November. Expect a review in November. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.